Okay, now we'll continue on with our lighthouse, and what we'll do is we'll extend this line here on top, extend that out a little ways with your pencil. Just extend those lines out, and then bring a little line up and out to the right, and a little line up and out to the left, and then draw it over to meet the line. And what we'll do with that is we'll take our little brush that we used, a little flat brush. You need a small brush so you can control your hand, and we'll paint that black. Let's just paint that in so we can have that out of the way. So here we go. Just paint it in best way you can. Try to keep your hands steady. I'm sitting down, so I find for the video it's a little bit awkward, but I'll do my best for you. So just paint that in your black, and that'll be your top. There we go. Alright, so I'll just leave that as it is there now. And what we'll do then, we'll take our pencil and we'll draw. This line continues up to here, so draw another line here and another line here, same width as your lighthouse. Okay? And then you just join those two lines together. Good. And now you draw another line up here and another line up here, and this is where your light is going to go in here, so it's another little box. And then you're going to put a little head on it. That's what I call a little head. So I'm just going to put a little dot right in the middle so I can draw like you're making the letter A. There we go, it's a little top. Now, what you're going to do is take your little brush again, little flat brush, and you're going to paint, put a little tiny bit of blue on this side, because it's the extension of the lighthouse. And then you clean off your brush a bit, get some of the blue off, and dip into white. And then you put white on this side to meet with your blue to give it that shadow. There we go. Now, maybe our little top part can be red, just to give it some color. Okay, so just put a little bit of red on your palette, and then when you get your red on, just getting my red here, just take a little bit of red, tap that in there for a little top here, lighthouse. There we go. And then what you're going to do is you're going to extend this line up here out to the right and out to the left to meet up with this line up here, this top of this box, and just go over to meet up with those lines, and then make a couple of lines right here. Alright, and what we'll do with that is we'll take our little liner brush, and then or your little flat brush, it doesn't matter as long as it's a brush that's really small. I'm going to use this little round liner brush, and I'm going to put black paint on it, And I'm going to paint those lines black. Now you can make, when you take your time doing this, and then you'll get your lines a bit straighter than what I got here. So you just go over the lines which are black. There we go. There we go. Like, get straightened up here. All right. Now, in the center of that right here, we're going to put a touch of yellow and a touch of white. So if you're using the same brush, make sure you clean it off. There we go. I have a little light in the middle there. Good. You can also take your black paint and make those lines a bit darker. There we go. And then you can straighten these up. Now, when that dries, we'll put a couple more lines in there. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll put a couple little windows in here. So just take your liner, your little liner brush, and just touch and touch, and maybe we'll have a little door in the bottom here. Just touch that and pull down. There we go. Little door. So what we'll do, clean your brush, put a little bit of white on your liner brush. Just put a little tap of white on the corner here. There we go. That'll make it look like the windows are set in. And because the paint was wet, it smeared a little bit on me there. But you can wait for it to dry, or you can have a steadier hand than me. I'm going to put a little bit of white on the edge of this one here too. And on the top. There we go. So, if you take your time doing that, you'll get, like I say, my hand is kind of shaking a bit because I'm sitting in an awkward position. But you can take your time, and at least this will give you an idea how to, and you can have any kind of lighthouse you want. So you can look up some pictures on the internet and pick out a lighthouse, and these techniques here will get you started. And we'll get that straightened away a little bit. There we go. So, if you want to just keep working at it until you get it the way you want it, and you'll have a nice little lighthouse. And I'm going to take a little bit of white and wipe it off on my brush, wipe it off on my towel, and just throw a little bit of dry brushing under here, just to give it like an old weathered look or something. Just bring it out a bit. Okay, so that's a little lighthouse, and you can probably put a little ball or something up here. It could be a flag, it could be whatever you want it to be. Good. Now what you can do is take your little flat brush again and put some white paint on it, wipe it off. We'll dry brush. Dry brushing means you put paint on your brush and then you wipe it off so that there's not much on your brush, only just a little bit. If that's not enough, you just put a bit more on and check it out anywhere you want. And then you can take it and dry brush out some light coming from the lighthouse. So you just take it and pull out, pull out, pull out, pull out. And and just scoop it out there, just so that it gives like there's a light coming out from the lighthouse. So if you haven't enough paint, just put a bit more paint on there and scoop it out. You can even have it coming out from the other side if you like. And maybe you might want some more. So keep doing it until you're happy. There we go. So I'm just going to put a little bit more here. Brighten it up a bit. So if your dry brushing is not bright enough, just add a bit more white paint, that's all. I think this is coming along fine. Alright, and so we have a nice little, now if you want to, you can do a second coat of paint on your little house up, little hat up here. I call it a hat. Just to brighten it up a little bit. And if you want, you can even put a little bit of a dab of red on your door, just to give it some color. Just a little dab of red. I won't do too much there. So hopefully this helped. I just wanted to experiment that time, but I don't like it, so I'm going to take my black. Well, this shows you that if you don't like something, just go back in with your original color. Okay. Go into your original color, go back in again. It's so easy to fix things when you're dealing with acrylic paint. Acrylic paint is great. So I'll let you do that. And you can work on that. If you got any questions, just email me or put a message on YouTube in the comment section. And I'll see you in the next video. I think maybe we'll put in some more rocks over here and some more highlights, and then we'll be almost finished. So, see you soon.